Ladies and gentlemen, huge news. Representative Paulina Luna, Congresswoman from Florida, filed a privilege resolution that will fine Adam Schiff $16 million. I'll read you the resolution in a couple of minutes. But here you have her, if you're on Twitter, I don't have a Twitter account, okay? But she has a Twitter account, and she talks about condemning and fining Adam Schiff $16 million for his endless lies when it comes to accusing Donald Trump of something he didn't do. So that's in addition to being removed by the resolution. So it's really interesting. You have a very bizarre and amusing, almost it's this very vapid American political climate where the Washington Post will have 40,000 lies that they tabulated from Trump. And then a closer look at that will be like, well, a quarter of those 40,000 lies are actually true, where he said the truth and somehow they just called it a lie. Maybe a little hyperbolic with the wording Trump, but actually he told the truth. Then another quarter was just hyperbole, not really a blatant lie. He was trying to actually explain how good the economy was. So Trump will say, this is the greatest economy ever. And then you'll get the most petulant, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat. It's not the best economy ever. 1958, we had about... So you'll get that type of thing. And so you have this obsession with Trump, calling him a liar. But most people who don't like Trump, they can't really name what he lied about. They'll say like something stupid like, oh, crowd size. He's a crowd size in his first, in like when he was first inaugurated in 2017, January, the crowd size, that's what he lied about. Well, what is it that he lied about? Because Joe, our current president, lied about working with Hunter. He lied about actual, possible graft, bribery, kickbacks, felonies. Okay, Trump didn't lie about what he was accused of. He did not work with the Kremlin. He was accused of things he didn't do. Democrats, if you accuse them of what they likely did, it's the end of the known universe. You should never have been born. How dare you? Oh my God, you should be so embarrassed because you don't have that absolute proof. You're making baseless claims. But with Trump, Adam Schiff, and they had 40,000 lies they said with Trump. How many times he was on CNN and MSNBC? Over 200 to 300 times. How many lies, misleading statements, lies by omission did this man tell? It wasn't just Schiff. It was every Democrat, Pelosi, Schumer, all of them. And then you have everybody at CNN and MSNBC. Then you have the New York Times, all these other publications. They had, the New York Times published an article, an opinion piece from an anonymous source in Trump's administration who was trying to save the country. Could you imagine an anonymous source being published from Biden's administration? It might as well be Biden himself talking about somebody that, I don't want to, anyway. Could you imagine? And the whole theme of the op-ed was, we like Trump, we're in his administration, but we're trying to save the country from his more nefarious impulses. And so none of these things, every time there was a big story about Trump, it was people, former current U.S. officials, people familiar with the matter, people in the know. It was unnamed sources all the time. Where are the unnamed sources in Biden's administration? How come all the unnamed sources? How come when, let's say, example, Biden lies about being a professor or having marched in the civil rights movement or gotten arrested during the civil rights movement, all of these things, nobody's up in arms. He could say anything he wants. He could say he was the captain of the Titanic. He could say anything he wants. He was on the first lunar landing. Biden can say anything that he wants. They will never be outraged. George Santos, oh my God. Truth. Expel Santos. And so with Trump, what did the man lie about? I don't know what he lied about. If you look at the greatest lies he's told from CNN, it's a compilation of unimportant statements that are like part of like press conferences. And then they say, well, he said during his last administration that so did everyone. You want to bring up, you know what? More people lost their lives of you know up during Biden's first year. And everyone made the same statement because everyone was didn't know what was going on. Pelosi, Cuomo, all the Democrats made the same statement regarding you know what. Literally anything Trump said, they will say the opposite. So Trump never downplayed anything. Cuomo literally tweeted, there's no cause for concern. And then his state was the epicenter. So anyway, the point is you have Schiff, who continually was the quarterback, let's say, the lead person when it came to going after Trump. Nothing he said about Trump was true. And yet he was given, the utmost respect. He's one of the top Democrats in Congress still. What they did to Trump, they couldn't do to any other Democrat. The media, for example, what they'll still do, and hit subscribe to this channel right now. Excuse me. Go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications. My Patreon is below. My super thanks is below also. When Trump will make a claim, let's say they claim they find, very egregious. Oh my God. They'll say he's continuing to spread falsehoods. He's lying and he's spreading falsehoods. The Associated Press will still talk like this. Will publish, this. Same with Kari Lake. Okay. When it happens to be an accusation against Trump that isn't true, rarely they'll publish a retraction, but they'll never say intel agencies and government officials who claimed that Trump was working with another country will have continued to lie. Excuse me. They'll never say that. They'll never say that a government official that continues to spew the same lie about Trump. They'll never say that journalists that continue to say they still lied about him saying both sides have fine people. That he meant the you-know-who. That he meant the 1930s and 1940s Germans, which of course he didn't. Nor did he have any reason to even speak in that manner. Because there are zero voters in this country who vote for him because of some perceived notion like the way the morally superior among us think is that, well, Trump must have won because of undercurrent of bigotry and prejudice. No, he won because people wanted a great economy. We had record low poverty with Trump, record highs in household median income. Doha Agreement, Abraham Accords. He brought Americans home and he had a great economy. Fact. End of story. What is there not to like? My God almighty, what was there not to like about Trump? The media meltdown? For casual observers who really don't understand politics in this day and age, they just they don't realize that media is an extension of the Democratic Party. There's no objective media anymore. Okay? And I find it very interesting if you actually promote a viewpoint that's favorable to Trump, you're polarizing. Okay? Not the 20, 30, 40, 50 major publications who obsess over Trump every single day. They're not polarizing. Nobody's polarizing if you're going after Trump. You're polarizing if you say something nice about Trump. It's a very controversial statement. Even though 70 plus million Americans back him. It's really interesting the way that morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats think. It's almost as if they don't even believe that Trump supporters exist or voters or whatever. And it's like they can't imagine even more than one or two people, much less 70 plus million. But anyway, hit subscribe to this channel. Anna Paulina Luna is awesome. She's now pushing to fine Schiff $16 million. I just filed a resolution, HR Res 437, to censor, condemn, and fine Adam Schiff $16 million. That's Anna Paulina Luna. hit subscribe to this channel right now.